Akhtar.
What is that? Is that a little? Is that like a monkey behind you with a mug? What is that?
That's a Discord symbol, but as a little character.
Oh, is that what that is?
The Discord symbol is a monkey with a mug?
No,
never
it's
knew.
the fucking head.
Shit.
It's
crazy.
It's not a monkey. It's something
Discord's really all-inclusive, huh?
I like that one better. Oh, look at Akhtar's is on the other side, and mine's on this side.
Yours is on the other side.
Oh,
They're the same side for me.
Fuck off. Oh, on the fucking podcast, and we're on the same side. That's stupid.
That's Lee.
I blame Mikey.
It's not loading.
It's not my fault. I do everything wonderfully. By the way, I mentioned this before, but it pisses me off. Like, why is there a pencil coming out of this mountain? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. What's going on?
I don't know.
What the hell does that mean?
Why is there a pencil?
I don't know. What does it mean?
That makes
Is because you're an A student. Smart.
No.
No, I don't think so. I disagree.
And then put a book on his house.
Well, pencils, teachers.
I
And
mean, that's a
apples,
big pencil if it's coming out of a
This is
mountain.
a big
Like,
pencil.
That's like
It's coming.
Drink.
that thing's gonna cause an
My
avalanche.
chocolate.
That definitely is messing with the foundation.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, it's a
Imagine the
mountain.
one unlucky soul when that avalanche happens, who it's gonna pierce.
Oh man, it's
Exactly.
just one person though. Like it's only gonna hit one.
That's definitely crushing
Whole
at least
congregation of
three
people,
people's
but
houses.
it's just like, just Larry. Just Larry's getting it.
I will say though, that pencil's pretty deep in that mountain though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's deep in there. Like, it's deep, deeper than I can ever.
That
be.
pencil, deep.
It's deep.
I don't
Well,
like these types of pencils. I've always liked mechanical pencils.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know what it is. It's like the feeling of like the wood shavings and stuff. It's like, I don't like it.
It always like freaking like bruise my hand every time I hold it or whatever when I'm like writing with it. I always had a mark on my fucking finger.
Yeah.
But those pencils always had like cool accessories that went with them. They always had like the little
True.
grips that you can put on, and then the extendable, the extendo erasers that expand.
yeah.
But I mean, like
eraser,
the
bro.
nice thing about the mechanical
They were-
pencils though is like a lot of them had like grips built in, and like you can replace the eraser and stuff. Like, I've just always liked mechanical pencils more. Plus, you don't have to sharpen them. Just put in more lead.
See, I always was that dumb kid who kept breaking the mechanical
Nah.
pencils.
That sounds about right.
It's because you wrote with your entire hand like a Neanderthal.
Yeah, just like in a death grip
What?
fist. You're just like, ah.
well, no, because I would like push like the tips in all the time. Like I would push down on it and break the tips, and it. Yeah.
Damn,
Would
that
never
sounds
work.
painful.
Why would you do that? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds painful. Why would you do that?
Bro, you gotta be
Very
gentle with your
aggressive
tips,
child.
bro.
I just
No,
had
yeah.
extreme anger issues that were never addressed.
Yeah.
I
what the
needed
hell,
therapy, but instead I ruined mechanical pencils.
Instead,
Brian,
they
you
just
have
kept
to
giving me
protect the
more
tip, Brian.
tips.
I've been told you gotta protect the tip. You gotta protect the tip.
You bury that tip in so deep, so deep.
What is the other thing?
You've
This is like
gotta-
coming out like the wrong way. Like, shouldn't the tip be like going in? Like you stab the pencil with like the tip, but it's like eraser side in.
Well, that's what I mean. Like it feels like they carved a hole and then put the pencil in. I don't know why.
That
would
just
they
seems
would
like a
do
lot
that.
of work.
What?
And
Yeah,
for what? For what at the end of the day? A pencil on a mountain? What the hell?
It's a pencil holder. It's holding the pencil.
I mean, I guess if you have a pencil that big, you would need a mountain to hold it.
That's true. Yeah.
On that note,
I'm real angry.
I just
about
love
this
how they're
one.
just like, we don't know what to do with this big ass pencil. Let's put it on the mountain.
Well, here's
Let's
the
just
thing.
put it in this
I got the
mountain.
mountain over there, and I'm thinking we just drill this hole that's like it's got a diameter of like 300 feet, and we just
Like, you know, that one pencil could probably make like 60,000 pencils for the whole village to be able to use.
yeah. Well, it's a waste of resources too. Now that I think about it, like you're right, because like just all the wood, the rubber for the eraser or whatever, like man.
Well, the rubber for the eraser is long gone, and the metal that connects the rubber to the pencil, that's
about all the-
rusted to shit.
Yeah, well, think about all the metal
Oh,
too,
yeah,
like what
think
that
all
could have been
those
used
stones.
for, and instead you make a giant holder for the eraser. Are you stupid?
Oh, wouldn't you think you would want to protect the tip because you want to protect the lead, right? Or like the actual. granite
talk.
pencil.
You literally said you were just jabbing
Ah,
that fucking
bro.
tip last time. How it's why you kept breaking them. So I don't want to hear you say.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro.
you're very
that's-
aggressive with the
But,
tip.
but I'm saying like when you always put your tip in, right? Like tip in. I don't know.
By
Oh,
the way,
lady?
for the
I
audio
wouldn't know.
listeners, we're talking about our Discord backgrounds. Meanwhile, like, here we are 5 minutes into this, and the audio listeners are like, what the fuck are they? What pencil?
Right. Well, on that little note, hey everyone, the bar is open. Welcome to the Fire Bar. If you're at home listening to us like on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting and like tuning in all the time. But tonight we got a full house tonight. We got everybody here. So yeah, we're gonna have a little good time. I'm gonna say kind of off the bat, the stream will be a little different, but yeah. How y'all doing tonight?
Good. Hi, I'm Mike, and I just need to apologize. I don't know what's going to happen. We've got very high winds in my area. Like, I can hear it coming from right outside my room. So, you know, maybe the internet goes out, maybe the power goes out. It's a fun game. We'll figure it out.
I'm Mokhtar. I live in the same area as Mike, so ditto.
Nice. Name is Mo. We got some more Deer Park water. Trying to befriend the deer here, you know, for this holiday season, so they leave me the fuck alone.
Well, they're gonna be on your roof soon, so.
They're gonna be all up in my shit. Yes, I know.
They will be. My name is Danny, and I too live in Mike and Akhtar's general facility. Oh, alarm! Shut up. And my alarm just went off for my pizza.
Why is there an alarm set for 8:06 p.m.?
It was set for 25 minutes so John could take out my pizza. I bought a new pizza. Oh my god, wait, I need to talk to y'all about this amazing new pizza. So like, it's DiGiorno, so you know it's gonna be a good pizza. It's DiGiorno.
Not delivery.
Oh,
I'm
It's
sorry.
DiGiorno.
delivery be
No, that's
And
good.
so,
though.
like, usually their pizzas are really good, and they had this like new type one I found. It might not be new. We might just finally got into our store, but it was 4 cheese. But I guess what do you want to call it? The crust, whatever. It says it's croissant.
Oh.
This is really croissant, and I'm like, yo, I am buying this. I am
Croissant?
trying this. That is my food. So yeah, I threw it in
Croissant.
the oven. So that's why my alarm went off, and it was like do 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 do, because you know.
I just have like such like a wuss weakness for stuffed crust. Anything
that
like
crust is good.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, can you say that again?
what?
You have a what? A what kind of
What?
weakness?
What?
Say it again. What would you say? What kind of weakness? What do you
I
have?
actually word vomited, so I don't even know what I said.
I think you said wuss weakness.
Wuss weakness, yeah. Like I'm such a wuss when it comes to because I'm
wuss
like
weakness.
like fucking dude, stuffed crust, man. Man, don't make fun of I will stuff you all in the crust, all right?
Don't threaten me with a good
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Like I'm not opposed to
Yeah,
this.
what's up?
Stuff all of our
Line
crust,
up.
big boy. Put your money where your mouth is.
That
Put your
elastic
cheese
stuff
where my
because-
crust is.
Listen, I'll be the first one because I'll be the one that has to take all that aggression, all that anger.
There's
You know?
no anger.
Oh, what? The rest of us get sloppy seconds, thirds, and fourths?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'll take last, because then he'll
No.
get tired by me. So I won't get beaten.
No.
Well, if anything, Akhtar will probably be like, no, I'm going to save you for last because I'm going to enjoy it. It's like, whoa.
Ryan. What
I'm here
are
for
you pegging
you.
me out to be?
Akhtar,
A crust
listen.
stuffer.
Yes. Akhtar, I feel like you have thought about ways to torture me. I feel like you have thought about it to extent.
No, you've
Didn't we- haven't
only
we
been
all?
thinking about me thinking about it. I don't think about that stuff.
You're not
Wait a
wrong.
minute. Time is Akhtar.
Hmm.
It all makes sense now.
Hmm.
Brian just had the fetish of you just destroying him. It all makes perfect sense now.
Destroy
Akhtar,
me,
please lock your doors
Yeah.
and run.
Danny.
Hide
kinda
your
makes
kids and
sense.
hide your wife.
Hide your wife. Because
Yeah.
Brian's coming knocking.
Yeah, I do want to know, like, how many hours out of the day Brian spends thinking about Akhtar torturing him.
Yeah, can we get an answer, please?
Akhtar's just living rent-free in Brian's head, just doing terrible things to him.
The audience would like to know.
Meanwhile, Akhtar is, like, fucking just at home, like, playing video games and just chilling.
Yeah, he's just
You know-
chilling.
Honestly, like the amount of things like me and Akhtar text about, I'm legitly just like, I know he's fucking with me right now.
I'm not. Like, I'm literally truthing him all the time. And it's just like, you're messing with you. I'm like, I'm not. Like, this is the truth.
Dude, hold on. There are some conversations, sir, where you are blatantly just leading me on, and I'm the idiot. I'm taking the bait. I'm going with it. I'm full blow like invested into this thing, and I'm disappointed every time, and I keep doing it to myself.
There's none. Name one time.
Where do I begin? Okay. Let's see.
How
Well, a lot of times when I was at your house, like when I had like explosive diarrheas, and you just laughed at me when I was like dying trying to crawl to your bathroom.
You would have laughed at me.
Yes,
Yeah,
I would
that is
have.
kind of funny. So
Oh,
Once
I'm not
again,
denying that.
nothing.
Actually, that's just the status quo. That's a funny situation.
Wait, just the
not
highlight of
supposed
that
to laugh.
moment. The highlight of that was when Brian was telling the story, and he was had this big ass smile and grin on his face, and he was just dying while explaining to us. And this when Brian's back was even more fucked up than it already is now. So when he was just telling me he was crawling, I couldn't help but laugh.
So bad.
I still remember I was walking upstairs and he was reaching out to me for help, and I just walked away.
To get there because I didn't have my cane or my walker. I legitimately had to crawl.
Maybe I've just been playing too much Mass Effect, but I feel like Oktar just got the renegade prompt to just leave, and so he just took it. He's like, fuck it.
Just walks away.
But like in that situation, what do I even like? There's nothing. He's reaching out to me for
Bro,
like he's literally his hand is
help him.
extended towards
It
me.
was. I was just like
What do you help with? I'm like, I'm not
Bro,
gonna.
you take him into the bathroom, bro.
I
No, he was
needed you.
crawling his way there, so he was already there.
You pick him up, bro.
Dude, I look like a
I don't
dog
want to
with
damage his
worms.
back even more by picking him
Damn
up.
it.
Like it's just a situation that I would have made worse, you know.
Sure,
So I was
you know
like-
you want to break his back even more. Let's be honest.
I helped by not doing anything in that situation.
Bro, he said
You know what I just realized? Brian,
Huh.
remember like in high school during like one winter we were walking back from the park and you slipped on the sidewalk and like I caught you like cat-like reflexes before
yeah.
you fell? Like, how fucking shitty is it that like in that moment I probably saved you from a back injury only for you to then later get a back injury?
Right later down the road.
God
He
damn
did
it.
in the same manner too. He
Yeah,
slipped and
bro.
fell.
Mike, you needed to be there the whole time. The whole time.
It
Mike
just goes to
should
show
be
like
there.
anything I work towards, it doesn't matter. I'm just prolonging the inevitable.
No.
Nothing I do
I
matters.
can't help
Like
it.
he saw the future. He knew what was gonna happen.
He's like,
Stop
no, not here, not yet.
Not
but
It's not your time, my child.
But that was
Someday.
so cool though.
You'll see.
That was so cool because like we were walking back from the park and like me and Mike just walking. I think we were walking back to his house and I just skidded on some ice I didn't see. Mike just not even like moving, just whoosh. I'm just like like no
Just
hesitation,
reflexes,
just
man.
arm out, got me, pushed me back up, arms back in coat. Like, bro.
Bro, that's a true homie. He's looking out for the homies there, bro.
I got the Paragon
did it.
prompt, and you know me, I go full Paragon, so I just had to.
And you did it with style. With style.
He's like, hold on, this man will hurt himself better in the future, not now.
Right? Just wait for that Burger King.
Get that fucking fool.
I just
out
had
there.
flashes of having to push Brian around in a wheelchair in the middle of the city, and I was just like, nope, not doing that yet. Let's hold that off as long as we can.
Oh god.
Dude, that was such,
maybe next year.
that was such like I felt so bad for everyone that night.
I felt bad for you.
Yeah,
You were in such horrible pain that like you felt like you were gonna vomit. Like I was like, I don't know what I can do for this guy, but like I gotta do something.
Well, I know. I just felt bad because, like, bro, we were all having fun. We were in the city, and my back had to ruin it. I just felt bad. I was like, damn. Thanks, body. Thanks for failing me.
Oh, and we were celebrating your birthday, no less. So like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude, we went to Walgreens. Did we get you like I think like pain? I hope we got him painkillers.
yeah.
The
Well,
Icy
we
Hot.
tried to get him like those like little
The Icy Hot
disposable
pads?
like pads
Yeah.
that you can get.
That shit helped when we got into that train, though. Oh my god.
No.
The thing with like icy hot is like the icy is nice, but sometimes the hot it just like goes past how hot it should get.
But,
to,
like it's a little too much sometimes.
Yeah.
a lot too much.
You reach the point where it's a good amount of heat. And you're like, all right, that's good. And then it keeps getting hotter, and you're like, wait, hold on. Like, no, we were good. Stop.
It's like someone like put a lighter to your back, and he's like, "I'm not moving the lighter." Like,
It's just
dude,
getting closer. All right, man.
I will say though that day, one of the things that are gonna be burned into my brain now is, do you guys remember how like the ass backwards way we had to get into that comic book store? We had to like go through like the back and all that stuff.
Mitsuo, whatever.
No. When we were in the city, Yeah. We had to go through like, I think like a back alley, turn into like this building and go through like the back door to get into the comic book store, because it wasn't like a wider door, because like it was a revolving one in the front.
Yeah, or something like that. I think, yeah. No, maybe it was that the front door you had to like go up steps or something, and like the back had like a ramp for cargo.
Cracker Jack doesn't have like a step thing. It's like a revolving door that's.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
And I think I couldn't get into.
And you couldn't fit.
Well, I had a big ass chair.
Because you were too fat at the time. Yeah.
It was a chair.
Oh yeah.
It was your fat ass, isn't it?
It was the chair.
Brian was dummy thick, and his ass couldn't get through the door.
Yeah, you had a dump truck. You had a dump truck.
Absolute dumper, man. It was crazy.
I was so fucking jealous of that truck. I was like, the fuck.
So wide.
You could get drunk off that dump truck.
That's right.
You could take a fucking
And
nap
I did.
on
Believe
that
you
truck.
me, I did.
Oh. Believe you me, I will.
We would just take turns fucking spanking Brian, and his cheeks wouldn't stop moving for the next half hour.
Is that what y'all were doing? Was that what you guys were doing when we were visiting Mo? Y'all were just spanking my ass? Is that why my
Yeah.
Well,
I was on one side, Octa was on the other side. I would hit it towards him. He would hit it towards me. It was like a game of ping pong.
It was like that, like that creeper guy from First Date when they're at the water park.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Octar flew all the way out
put the blame on Mo, because
just to play with your ass with Mike at night.
Well, that wouldn't make sense, Danny, because
And then he went home.
Mo was trying to be a little creepy.
Bro, I wasn't trying to do anything. You just kept, for some reason, rolling over towards me, and I'm like, "Yo, what the heck? Why is this? I had my hands up, like, yo, why is this man pulling his pants
you're the
down
one
right now?
fucking
What's
rolling
happening?
between me and Brian, and we had to keep pushing you fucking back and forth.
I was rolling
come
away
up to our fucking ears and be like,
I was
yes! No! I'm like,
I was rolling away from Buddy.
I see. So it's not okay when I do it, but it's okay for Brian to do it to other people. Okay.
What? No, Mo
I
was
see.
doing it.
No,
Mo was doing
Mo was the one doing it.
No.
Oh, I misunderstood.
No, Octar.
No, you understood.
When you do it, you hold me. You bear hold me. I can't escape. I have to just endure it.
Endure it.
From Mo, I can at least push him away.
It won't be long.
You just see me just like
you're not getting better yet.
You just see me just like big spooning Brian, just like, "What's up, fat tits?" You know?
Is anybody listening? Let us know if there's any other podcast you listen to in which the hosts talk so much about like sleeping together and like snuggling and snoring in each other's ears. You just don't get that elsewhere.
You really don't.
Listen, I was just
let us know, because
I was just trying to get some peaceful sleep, man, and I just kept getting rolled around. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with these guys,
because you kept
bro?
fucking snoring in mine and Brian's ears. And what's worse is that you were on my fucking mattress, so when I would turn, you would be right in my face going, and I'm like, Mo! And you're like, what?
Listen,
Sister, you're seeing things, and I would push you back to Brian.
You're seeing things.
You were probably seeing things.
It's happening right here.
You're dreaming. You're dreaming. That's all it is.
You're just seeing shit.
The earpiece that Mikey gave me couldn't even help because you were blocking my ears.
Yeah.
So I had to put my fucking headphones on and blast them. And
Mike
pass
seems
out
to be the only one who didn't have problems. You guys are being really dramatic.
I made a point. I made a whole point about this whole thing. It's like, listen, I'm sleeping the furthest away from everybody. I got my earplugs in. I've got a mattress to myself. Y'all leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah,
Mike he stole my idea. I was gonna sleep in the corner, like I was prepared. And Mikey's like, nope. And I'm like,
immediately got that corner.
I gotta be in the corner. I gotta be away from Mo and Brian. They're gonna fucking snore. And I'm like, I can probably pass out before Mo.
No. Well, see, I liked my little corner. I had like my own little nook. It was nice.
Bro, you knocked yourself out every other day.
Yeah.
Stop. that fucking slanted wall. That thing got like all of us at least once.
Yeah.
Wait, so he would wake up and the first thing that would happen, he'd bump his head.
Yeah, it was that slanted. That's where his fucking head was.
Yep. Every morning I would just wake up and you would hear, oh,
Brian's up.
Yeah, bro.
That was my wake up call because I would hear that. I'd be like, oh.
That shit got me like twice. Like, it got me one good time. Like, I didn't even know like
one good time.
I didn't even know like the wall existed, and my whole neck just crumpled against it.
That wall came out of nowhere, bro.
That wall just who put that there?
I think the highlight was when Brian woke up to throw up, and he still hit that. That woke me up, and I heard that first, and then I was like, "The fuck?"
Bro, that was the worst day of my life. It literally sounded like somebody turned on some running water just in the room.
I know, but the highlight was when he whacked his head on the fucking ceiling.
I just hear.
He got out of bed.
Moses hears just like fluid coming out. He's like, "There's no sink in here. What is going on?"
Yeah, I hear it. I hear a little bit. I get up. I'm like, "What's happening?" And then I just hear, like, "What's happening?"
I just gotta say,
flooding?
like all the talk earlier about me like saving Brian's life from slipping. That night was the least help I ever was. I got up, saw Brian puking, and I was like, "Well, guess that's happening."
We got up. We turned on.
Not my
the
business.
Lights. My mom.
I know that you went downstairs. No, you went downstairs, and then I like saw him throwing up, and I saw Stella and Mauve taking care of it. So I went back to bed. I curled in a ball, and then I couldn't go back to bed because it started smelling. So I got up and I went downstairs to go talk to Mo's mom, and me and Mo's mom were just talking for.
Well, it just seemed like a too many cooks in the kitchen type of deal. You don't need 3 people to throw up one or to clean up one person's throw up. So it's just like, well, we gotta catch a plane soon anyway, so I'm just gonna take a shower.
Mike's like, "Yo, y'all good, right? I'm gonna go take a shower." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, go ahead."
Yeah, and then I went to go chill with your mom until you.
I'll just sit here and clean up this spicy Italian sub. I don't.
Was I just laying there?
To the void.
Yeah. You were on the floor. You were on the floor, pushed to the side because like
you were on the floor laying there. No, you were getting your bag ready as slowly as possible.
Sounds about right.
And I had to sit there
as slowly as possible.
As slowly as possible.
Bro,
just getting his bag ready. This man was done. I'm like, bro, it's okay. You can stay here. Well, not really, but. Take your time. Well, not really, but
I mean, like hurry up, but like
we had
take
to
time.
Get ready. We had to get ready to go take the fucking flight.
Yeah.
And we're like, I guess guys, we're all awake now, so let's get ready.
You know, minus that bad start at the beginning with Brian throwing up everywhere, that turned out to continue to be a pretty decent day.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
Unfortunately, now. Looking back on it, I hate it, but it's okay.
Thank you, darling.
Isn't that how it goes?
Hate it for all of the reasons now, but it's okay. You know what, man? Oxar was right. Like, you really can't be out here loving them. He was right.
Well, hey, that seems like a good segue into what Brian wants to talk about.
Yeah. So tonight, everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna full disclosure. No one here even knows unless you are obviously reading our title, which you can get a little sneak peek. Tonight we're gonna kind of do something a little bit different, and this is for my team as well, and also you guys at home. We're gonna talk a little bit about mental health. I kind of want to check in on like everyone here and just everyone else, and just maybe just talk a little bit about just mental health also in general, because I don't know, it's kind of a serious thing, and for me personally, I just want to talk about it like in general, just kind of bring more awareness and stuff like that. So yeah, but if there's anything you guys don't want to disclose, feel free. Don't yada yada. So.
Yeah. Well, it's probably an appropriate time of year for it anyway, because I know for a lot of people the holidays can be a rough time of year. I mean,
yeah,
even for myself. So it's good to check in every once in a while.
Exactly. So yeah, that's kind of for today, and that's why I said earlier in this podcast that it's gonna be a little different because, well, we're doing this. I'm changing it. They're fucking up the script.
Oh man,
going off script.
You never have a script.
I'm
never
sorry.
do.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm about to be in a lot of pain. I forgot I got a Band-Aid put on earlier today, and that motherfucker's still on.
Rip it off now.
That should be hurting.
Rip off the Band-Aid now. It's going to be stuck in your mind. You're not going to be able to focus unless you do it.
Scared,
do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Real quick. Just rip it. Rip it.
Come on, you gotta do it now. Peer pressure.
Just do it.
You barely have any hair on your arm anyways.
Exactly.
It's not gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Rip it off.
Do it for the people at home. People are watching.
Oh,
Come on.
All right, hold on.
There you go.
Keep talking though. Don't.
No.
Bro,
You gotta turn.
Come on, bro. That's
Face
like
the
the
camera.
smoothest.
Face the camera. Come on, face the camera. Let's go. Get over here.
Oh, this shit fucking hurts,
No,
bro.
turn more.
Bro, turn what? You want to see my disgusting arm?
Yeah, that's fine. We want to see you do this.
It's like the smoothest arm I've ever seen.
Bro.
All
All right, we're good.
There you go.
You're fine.
That's nothing.
That wasn't even that bad.
Yeah, I know.
You're a baby.
Thank you guys for being there for me. Wow. Continue, sir.
We're friends here, I promise. But anyways, yeah.
I think I'm gonna need that checkup.
Well, we'll tell you what today is. But yeah, no. So yeah, mental health, kind of, I think, a very serious deal. I mean, a lot of us kind of, we all deal with it. Like, let's just say it point blank. And I don't know. I just feel like, we all got to be checked on a lot. A lot of times we get very caught into like what we're doing, what we're dealing with, and it gets so overwhelming that sometimes you kind of just forget about the things around you. And I don't know. I think it's a nice little reminder here and there to be like, hey, how you doing? So, but yeah, I don't know. Fuck, I'm trying to. I had a whole thing kind of like set up for this, and now I'm blanking a little bit. But anyways, so yeah, so for I don't know Fuck, I'm blanking. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Well, hey, if this is a checkup, why don't we check up? Like, how's Brian doing? How's Brian doing these days?
How's the Brian's?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's Brian's brain? Huh?
All right.
Does
All right.
you swap it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Shit.
Can we get that trademark?
Look at you.
That's how I spelled my name in fucking 6th grade. Anyways.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been, not bad. Tired, trying to work on my back. For people who don't know, I'm dealing with a back injury, so that's kind of its own weight in general.
Yeah.
Because I mean that comes with like, I don't know, lack of sleep, self-esteem drops. I don't know, a lot of shit like that. But
well, that's a hard. Having any kind of chronic injury, I gotta imagine, it's got to be such a drain on mental health. Like I'm lucky that I don't know what that's like, and anybody who's healthy in that regard is lucky too, because it seems like absolute hell to be in pain constantly.
I don't know. This is where I think I'm gonna get weird, and maybe I'm just more speaking for myself when it comes to, like, I guess, an injury. Like the pain is, yes, that is the worst of it. But my opinion, I think what's kind of maybe that like gets me is like sometimes seeing like how the world kind of looks at you a little bit, like. Like with me, like now that I'm in PT, some of my nerves are kind of flaring a little bit. So like my legs have been kind of going out a little bit more here and there now. So like I walk more with a limp, and I kind of notice how like people look at me differently. Like I look more, helpless, I guess, and which is true. I am. I'm well, okay. Oh, I'm not helpless.
But you hate it when you
puppy.
do like basic things and society is like, you did it, and you're like, motherfucker, I'm a man.
Yeah,
I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah,
Like,
well, yeah, exactly. It's just like, come on, man. Like I can do what you do. Like I don't know. It's a little weird and like I don't know. I kind of feel like sometimes like people kind of look at you a little bit differently when you kind of have like a defect, I guess.
A disability.
Yeah. But at least for me,
I wouldn't even call it that. Honestly.
yeah. I would like, how Mikey said, I'd call it a chronic injury, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not a defect.
I call it a defect because I don't know. The more and more like I like get tests done on my back, I think it's more something I was born with. That's why I call it a defect, because I think more and more I was actually born with like a bad back. So
I mean, I doubt it. If anything, you were born with a very sturdy back to go through all the shit you've been through so far.
I was gonna say that's the first step of fixing your mental. Don't call it a defect. Call it a hurdle.
That's true. That's true.
I'm sorry. What the hell? Can I write that down? Cock, won't you?
Bars.
I'm just saying though, like
Bars,
defect, you're not doing yourself and your own body justice at that point. If you're calling it a defect, it's a hurdle. You're gonna get over it. You got to get over it. It's a big ass hurdle. It's a hurdle where you might have to use your arms to climb up over it a little bit, but it's not gonna let you because the hurdle you can only jump over with your legs. But I'm talking too much about the hurdle, but I'm just saying it's a big ass hurdle. God damn it.
No, for sure. It definitely is. But like, that's the thing. Like I know it's a hurdle, and I will always like tell myself that. But it's just doing the run, like the run to get there, man. It just does it feel more like a marathon? I don't know. It's
not
crazy.
a sprint. Especially when it comes to a back injury. It is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Absolutely. Yeah. Over time, it gets better.
Yeah. But unfortunately, this is something I'm just gonna have to live with and work on it. And
for now,
yeah. But that's why, like, once I can actually like handle like actual working out, that I'm gonna do all that. But yeah,
you've been telling us you've been exercising your back and stuff too to actually get those muscles, stronger. Because like obviously they haven't been used for
a year,
a couple of, or a few years. It's kind of like the same deal. How like when someone hasn't been able to use their leg in a long time, just because the nerve endings there had stopped. It's like learning how to walk again, basically.
When I was first handicapped, what was it, a year ago, 2 years ago? I don't remember. My leg actually like shrunk because of how much I wasn't able to use it. Like it legitly like shrunk. I can't remember what that's called.
The muscle tissue deteriorated.
Yeah, it's muscle atrophy. The muscle breaks down.
Yeah, it's kind of weird seeing that. Like your leg is like the leg that doesn't work is like a little thinner. It's so weird to see that.
Well, it's the same thing like people who've been in comas for long periods of time. Like they have muscular atrophy too. And in fact, like for a lot of those people, they'll try to do deep tissue massages to keep like activating the muscle a little bit to try to stop the muscle from atrophying completely. Yeah. But it's a thing that happens if you're not using a part of your body. You're not. Your body's not going to waste resources keeping the muscle there.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know, but yeah, a lot of my thoughts are just like, damn, fell back into my injury. Here I am again. But yeah,
no, it's understandable. Honestly, I think, and you guys can let me know what you think about this, but something like having an injury, I think, is very similar to having mental health issues like anxiety or depression, where like for me, I don't view anything like there's an end goal or like there, because really what's the end goal of anything in life? It's death, right? That's not something you should be really concerned about. It's just realizing that like it's always a consistent journey and you're always working on whatever it is. If you're trying to work out, go through physical therapy to try to heal an injury or whatever, or if you're just dealing with mental health issues, it's something you have to like accept about yourself and just continue to work towards, and forgive yourself when you have the bad days, because there's going to be bad days. You're not always going to be on top of it, but it's a continuous journey that you just learn to get better at little by little, and then you appreciate when you actually reach milestones where you're like, you know what, looking back where I was a year or 2 years ago, like I'm definitely in a better place now.
For sure, yeah, definitely. I'm a lot better than I was.
Yeah.
I can walk now.
Well, and that's and totally like again talking about that birthday one year when you were in a wheelchair, like you've leaps and bounds. You're just way better than you were then, and that's impressive, man. Like that's a big deal, and you can't like just throw that off because your injury has bad moments and good moments. Like you've made it a very long way. That's some sick shit. That's some chronic shit.
That's some Bruce Lee coming back to fight for the Kung Fu tournament shit, bro.
I don't know about that one. I ain't no Bruce Lee.
It's Batman coming back after Bane broke his back.
Yeah.
Climbed out of that hole.
Straight out of the hole, bro. Hardest challenge ever.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just keeping at it, but it's all crazy shit sometimes. But
well, you keep doing what you're doing so you can stay alive and show me around and buy me ramen.
And then beat Mo's ass.
I don't know about all that, but
it doesn't take much. But you gotta be strong enough to be able to do it.
Well, how you doing, Mo? How's your mental health going? How you doing? Checking in on you.
I'm alright. I'm chilling. I'm checked out for the year, honestly.
Yeah, you've been busy. You've had a lot of stuff going on with work and school and.
Let me break it down to you. So this is how the day's supposed to go right now, or it should go next week. So I'm supposed to wake up like normal, 6 a.m. Nice and not too early, not too late. Go to work, exist there for a while. Go to work again now because I'm doing the whole stabby thing in the arm with people and taking their blood. So gotta do that for another 8 hours. Not get paid for that, by the way. So just volunteering my services, but it's for a cause. And then it's finals week on top of that, so I gotta study for at least a couple of hours and take one a day, or I'm gonna get behind.
God, I don't miss finals.
Like what?
Needless to say, what's today? In approximately 2 weeks, I'll be on a plane.
True.
And you'll be over here chilling with the homies. Let's go.
I'm just gonna ride this out, kind of just absent-mindedly keep going to work, finish my finals, and come chill with the homies. Get my little, couple of days or a week or whatever of health, and come back here and I don't know.
Die.
I don't know. I have one goal this upcoming year. Is just get a bunch of money and get out of my current environment. So
feel ya.
Keep pushing, my guy.
I'm probably not gonna do the whole college thing as hard. I'm gonna take one class next year. That's it. And then I'm gonna do everything I can to get a bunch of money, whether that's selling myself for science or selling somebody else for science.
Whoever needs to be sold for science, we'll make it happen.
Let me know.
Whatever kind of science, I'm there.
Yeah, any kind of science doesn't matter.
But yeah, that I'm doing all right. How about you? Who's next on the list?
I don't know. Pick your pick now.
All right, sister. How are you doing?
I'm here.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah, straight you are.
Snap it up.
What does that mean?
Snaps. Well, it's like when you go to
poetry.
Yeah, the poetry.
Oh,
Fucking love that.
It's great.
I mean, my mental health has been shit past month.
What's been going on?
Shit, man. Everything I guess just comes, hitting me down. I don't even know what little things.
We need to come beat somebody up.
You can come beat me up. Maybe that'll help me.
Yeah.
All right.
If I have to fight my friends for my friends' happiness, I'll do it.
Okay.
If I gotta beat your ass so you're okay, I'm gonna beat that
Trust me, Brian has done it to me. He's been punching me. He punched me. He gorilla punches me in the face. It's just a flurry of punches. And he's like, I do it because I love you.
Gum gum bazooka! Actor just sitting there, just taking
it in the face, bro.
He's all full laugh from all the punches.
Until until my whole face is reduced into a fine paste into the ground.
And then he just looks at me and says, "Is that all you got?"
It sounds more like, "There you go," you know, because everything's broken.
Damn.
So go on, Danny.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I guess like my depression, like, you know, during the whatchamacallit, these like the last few months, they usually like get around that time of year. Like that's what I guess people say is 'cause, like less lot. What's the word I'm looking for? Less sun, I guess. I don't know.
Lactation.
The seasonal depression. Well, that's a big thing, especially in winter time.
That shit sucks.
Well, I mean, like here in the Midwest too, like it's dark by fucking 4. So I mean, there's just like no sunlight at all. So
it feels like the whole day is over as soon as the sun goes down.
That's a big thing for sure.
Sunlight by the time I like leave, it's like pitch black.
Yeah.
But like no, like with my depression already enough makes it worse, and then on top of it, I do get seasonal as well, so that just makes it even 100 times worse. So
I feel you.
Every little thing that can like it can be something so tiny and stupid, like how I was talking to Brian and Mikey the other day about my one friend. Like normally that would never really piss me off. I'd be like whatever, and I would like fight him or like jokingly whatever, take him on. But like that one little thing, it sent me in a downward spiral. Like I was fucking done with people. I was done for the day. I'm like, I fucking hate everybody. Like, so my mental health is like all over the place, and it's gone back to the point where I don't really eat anymore. Sadly, like I eat like a meal or half a meal a day because my mental health is all over the place. And I already got yelled at by John saying you can't be doing this, and I'm like, I can't help him.
Eat some carrots. I heard that helps.
Carrots? I don't have any carrots. Carrots.
I don't know where you're gonna get carrots from right now, but
I can go to the grocery store. You know, they have carrots.
All right, do that. Do that right now. Get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, well, I gotta leave the podcast, guys. Bye.
No, I mean it sounds silly, but it's good to keep up with meals and stuff. Like especially with seasonal depression, a lot of that is like even vitamin D deficiency can fuck with you big time. So you know. That's why I take like supplements during this time of year because I just know I'm not gonna get enough vitamin D. There's no fucking sun or anything, so. You do every little thing you can to make things a little bit better. But yeah, I totally get where you're coming from.
It's literally why people are paid to live in Alaska.
Yeah.
Because for a whole month, not a single ray of sunshine. And then the next month it's fully day. And then the month after, once again, not a single ray of sunshine to be seen.
It's crazy.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Could you imagine living in that scenario but not having access to like a clock? Like you just have no concept of time.
Oh my god.
I'd probably go insane.
I want to try it for 2 months. 1 month for the day, 1 month for the night.
Yeah.
I just want to try it and see if I come out alive. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen?
You can get extremely depressed, like how Mikey was saying, with vitamin D deficiency. That's why you're paid to live out in Alaska, because you are guaranteed depression if you live out there for the night months.
Mm.
So you're telling me right now to be cashing in on all this?
It's not even like a good amount. I think it's like what, like it's not even like $2,000 a month to live there.
I don't care, bro. It's more than I get paid already. To do nothing? To exist?
No, you still have to like work and do your other shit.
You still have to work and shit, man.
But I'm gonna still get paid more money too, though.
Yeah, you're gonna live the rest of your life doing the one job at the factory because that's the only place where you can get a job.
So the factory.
I go do my factory job. I go get me some fish right click out the old ice pond there.
Yeah.
Pop open a beer, turn on the TV. What's up?
Oh, man.
Where are you, Alaska?
In Alaska, yeah.
And oh yeah,
I mean,
by the way, for that
Antarctica,
nighttime month, everything stops. No planes, so whatever inventory is there. You have to like use your resources wisely for that month too, because it's too dark to be able to fly for any sort of inventory to come in or out.
Do you guys remember the movie 30 Days a Night with the vampires?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's my first thing I thought of. I'm like, yep, I'm gonna die.
That movie oddly just always is in my brain for some reason.
Great movie though. It's a great movie.
I really enjoyed it.
It's so good.
Oh yeah.
Even the second one, 30 weeks.
I want to watch
30,
it.
or 30 weeks later or something.
Wait, no, that's
Wait, 28 days later.
Yeah.
28 days later, wrong one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking of Alaska.
But that's a,
What the hell
that's
is
a whole
that?
other story though. That's zombies though.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing.
Wait, what are you talking about?
30 days of
30
night.
days a
30
night.
days
It's
of
night is
people
not
in
vampire.
Alaska
Wrong one.
during the month where it's just pitch black all the time.
Wrong
And they're
one. Sorry,
vampires there.
I thought I heard the 28 days, and I'm like, yo, that's a good series. But no, that's a good movie too.
I mean, there were days involved. So it was about
30 of them. To be
30
honest.
of them. You know.
They got 2 more days.
Yeah, we got 2 more out of your movie.
No, but if it was in February, it'll be fine because they only got 28 days.
Unless
Yeah,
it's
this
a
movie
leap
was in
year.
December.
Unless
Yeah.
Not a leap year next year, so we're good.
Okay, thank God.
Oh.
I think.
Well, Danny,
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think I could do
I'm
that.
sorry to hear it's been a rough time for you, but hey, look on the bright side. We all got something to look forward to with New Year's coming up. Gonna be with the homies.
I know.
Gonna relax.
I'm so
Gonna get a chance to
excited.
just
Watch some
de-stress.
anime movies, you know.
I
I'm
know,
gonna-
I'm excited.
One
Punch
anime
everyone's fart
movie.
box.
One,
anime
yeah.
movie.
What do you mean one?
Well, the one that's gonna be out, we'll watch that. But then the other
Yeah.
movie, we gotta watch Spider-Man. We gotta watch Matrix.
Right.
I guess Matrix
then we
is
got-
kind of an anime movie if you think
And then
about
we
it.
gotta, come back to the home front eventually and watch some anime shit,
There it is.
You're good. Yeah, you, Brian, and other Mike can do that at your
No,
Airbnb.
y'all don't want to fucking spice it up. Like, what the hell? What? How we came out here to get a little crazy?
Spice it up.
Did you say y'all don't want to spice it up?
Y'all
That's
wanna spice it up?
spicing it up, Mo. That's what you do normally.
Shit, we could turn the subtitles off if y'all want.
Then
Yeah,
I'm definitely not gonna watch it.
Y'all really
I
want to
can't
get
understand the
crazy?
language.
Oh, man.
I can't really.
I don't know why, Mo. I just see Mo with a girl, like on the couch. They're watching animes. They got the subtitles on. Mo's like, "You want to spice this up?"
Shit, baby,
Bam.
we can turn them off.
My favorite one, like how a friend reacts when he finds out he watches a dub anime. Yo, this motherfucker can't read.
That's me.
Yo. Well, yeah, yeah. Okay, 2 anime movies. I got it.
One.
So Akhtar. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Danny. Who you picking, girl?
Actually, I was gonna go to Actor. We were just going in circles. Like, kind of.
It's almost like,
Because it's a circle.
Because it's a tackle.
yeah.
How
Tell
you
us
doing,
about
How
your
you doing,
life.
Actor?
Shit,
How you
man.
doing?
I'm happy as fuck, man. I don't know what you all want me to say. I'm fucking happy. Shit.
I'm glad. I'm
so
glad
happy.
you're happy.
I'm so happy.
Single tear. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy right now. Yeah, man. I'm just kind of. I think the only thing really that's like what's messing with me, and that's honestly pissing. And this is such a stupid thing to get like angry or I guess depressed about, because like. But at the same time, it's not, because you're putting in a lot of work and a lot of like effort into this. But like, I don't know. With me, finally, like for the last like, and I know it takes time to see results, but like for like the last like 2 months, I finally gone back to the gym, and I still look at myself and I'm like, fuck, man, no fucking difference in you right now. Like, god damn it. Like, you just look in the mirror and you're like, there's nothing has changed for like the last like 2.5 months that I've been going, and it's just like gets you really angry and like. Not depressed necessarily, but you're just like you have that
Frustrated,
feeling
you
like,
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
like or like what's the point, But like
I feel
Yeah.
that.
even then,
Self-esteem.
and it's even worse too, because I like when you get injured, like I had like my neck to my shoulder, like the muscle like ripped, so it was like a muscle strain, not a sprain, but a strain. So I couldn't even go for like a week. And so then I'm like sitting there, I'm like, well, 3 months just like went out the fucking window, just like right there. So now we're starting all over again. Like it's super frustrating, but it's like just like how with everyone here, it's a marathon. Not so like as long as you get back.
Yeah.
And today was the first day I finally went back.
Okay.
I'm
How are you,
glad
buddy? Yeah. No, but that's
Awesome, dude.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you what, like, when it comes to working out, for me, it's a couple things. It's one, just having like a strict schedule that you do your absolute best to stick to. But that's true for anything else in life, because if you block out time where it's like, this is workout time, then like, you know, you're not even gonna be worried about all the distractions, because you're like, oh, can't do that, I gotta work out right now. But beyond that, I think like the mental health like positives that come along with working out is such a big thing, because that's how it is for me, at least. Like, it just gives me time to like listen to music, do some physical activity, just kind of zone out everything else in the world, and like you genuinely feel better for it, you know. And like you said, it takes a long time, but you'll see the physical differences. They will happen. Like, it was I like last year or whatever, I finally decided to take that like one mirror selfie within the Goku tank top I had, because I had taken one like 2 years prior, and it's like a 2-year difference between the pictures. So it took a long time, but like finally I looked and I was like, oh shit, like I see a big noticeable change there. That's crazy. But yeah, no, it's good. And the fact that you keep going back, man, like you're winning. We
know, Brian.
You're beating the system right there. You keep going back. They want you not to come back, because that's how they win. But you ain't letting that happen.
That's easy money.
Yeah.
No, I feel you, man. I think for like when I first started working out for like the first year, the only difference I saw were my legs, because it's easier for me to get muscle in my leg, because that's what I did for tennis. So it was like, oh, we're backed up again, perfect. So like I got muscle easily. And literally over a year, like I didn't really see much of a difference. And then recently, this past couple months, like I went to my mom's, and like she looked at me, she's like, "You've lost weight." I'm like, "Have I?" I'm like, "I haven't really noticed it." She's like, "You've lost the weight." And then I went home, and I was ready to take a shower, and I noticed it, and I'm like, when I clothes, went to go put on one of my workout clothes. I need new gym clothes, because they're all huge on me now.
Nice.
Like a lot of my shirts that were like huge. Even people at work noticed one of my work clothes that I got when I first started there. And
That's
then I
the
wore
best
it
feeling,
now.
though,
It
bro.
literally looked like I was wearing someone else's clothing. Like it looked fucking huge on me. Like it looked like a dress, and that's never happened before. And I'm like, look at guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
now
great.
That's such a good
now
feeling.
when I wear hoodies, that's the only way it fits me. I have to wear with a hoodie, because I'm adding another layer on me. Otherwise, when I wear that shirt, it's like out to here, it looks like a fucking dress. My clothes, like half my clothes now, don't really fit me. I have to like tie them, or like get like the belt as tight as possible.
Yeah.
Man, that's another thing on the fitness journey there. When you start getting fit, you gotta start spending some money on some clothes.
Yep. Clothes that actually accentuate like pieces of your body better.
You gotta show it off a bit, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta show off what you did.
That's the thing too. With me, man, like back before, like when I didn't work out and I used to work in like in like actual, like you have to dress business casual with the shirt tucked in and everything. I used to just not follow that rule at all at any of my work. I used to just let the shirt like not tucked in. And I'm just like, well, yeah, it makes sense for me, because trust me, you guys don't want to fucking see that. Like, obviously, the skinnier person having their shirt tucked in looks gorgeous, because it accentuates the torso. Like they're thinner. It looks good. Trust me, you're not. I'm doing the world a favor not tucking my shirt, and I'll tell you that right now. He just didn't fucking get it.
Nah, I feel you.
Oh.
Don't worry,
you're a beautiful
everyone.
man, and I'm proud of you for sticking to the gym.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
Dude, man,
it's good,
keep
it's
on,
good
man.
soup.
Like I said,
Good soup.
like I said,
Good soup.
like I said, it just pisses me off. Like when you get injured and you're like, I can't go back. Like I
Yeah.
have to. Like if I were to work out, I would fuck up whatever this fuck up is right now even more.
Yeah.
I get so pissed off when I can't go to gym. Like this week, I didn't go to gym like Monday and today. Sunday, Monday, and today. So 3 days. And that threw off my whole schedule, and I was so mad. But like I forced myself yesterday to go to the gym. I'm like, I'm gonna stay here as long as possible before I'm called away to go help move furniture. Like I'm gonna just work out, and then I just did that the whole entire time. I didn't think I was gonna get a full workout in. By the time she texted me, I'm like, I'm pretty much done. I have like 2 workouts left. I'm like, all right, I'll be over in a bit.
No.
So, like,
Well, I will say too, especially when it comes to like injuries, that's probably one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give to anyone who's like looking to start working out is just start small, start slow. Like again, like we say, working out, it's a marathon, it's a journey. Ideally, you'll be doing it as long as you're physically able. So there's no rush. Start small and work your way up, learn proper form and technique. Because if you decide like, no, okay, I can lift all these heavy weights to do crazy shit, and then injure yourself, and then can't go to the gym for a month, you're not doing yourself any good there. So you just, you take it slow, you take it easy, and even then though, injuries can happen, like as you've seen, Oktar. So it's, it's just one of the things that can happen when you're exercising regularly. But
that was the worst part.
You got to keep it manageable.
Yeah, but that was the worst part about my injury. It didn't even happen. So I took like a 3-day break, and then the injury happened. So it wasn't even from fucking working out. Like
Right.
I slept weird, and I had micro tears, and I slept weird, and I guess those tears got even bigger because of the awkward position. And now I'm just like turning my head like Batman from the 90s.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I know, it's little things, man.
But yeah, that's what grinded my gears.
I feel you.
Now, fine. Now, not whatever the word. Mikey.
Saving the most fucked up for last, I see. All right, let's get into it. Let me pull out my notes.
How are you doing, Michael?
I think for the most part, I'm managing. I'm pretty open about this stuff. I deal with depression and anxiety issues and have been for, I don't know, a decade at least. So some days are worse than others. I too have seasonal depression, so this time of year is tough. And in fact, it's a bummer because I think this is the first year I realized I don't give the slightest shit about the holidays. Like, obviously, New Year's notwithstanding, because I'm excited to see you guys. But, like, my dad's, downstairs, putting up the Christmas tree and getting lights ready and stuff. And I'm just in there like, what's the goddamn point? We're not having anybody over anyway. Like, I don't have the Christmas spirit.
Fast anyway.
Yeah, Christmas used to be my favorite holiday, and now I
It's
could not
week,
care less.
like...
And in fact, it's more anxiety-inducing. I guess it's fun when you're a kid because you're just getting gifts. But when you're the adult who has to give a bunch of gifts, suddenly it's like, oh fuck, okay, now I got to budget this out, and I got to make sure I get something everybody wants. Like it's a lot of anxiety. But yeah, I don't know. I just take it day by day. I think ultimately the things that are the most frustrating for me is just like not being where I want to be in my life by now. You just always picture you're going to be way further in life than you are. And I know all you guys can relate to that. And
Trust me.
Yeah, you're not supposed to ever compare yourself to others, but it's hard not to, especially in the age of social media when you're constantly seeing everybody's successes and you're like, me someday, I'll get one of those guys, just you wait.
Yeah, one day, right?
This is not how I always thought I was going to be at age 25, all right?
Hey, here I am at 29, and I'm still just lost as hell. Well, and it's tough, too, being a creative person. Like, if I've never laid this out and made this clear to our audience before, I'm not doing Twitch and YouTube because I think it's a quick way to make money or become famous. I do it because I'm a creative person. It's the only thing I enjoy doing. I mean, I would like this to transfer into something bigger later on in my life, but like, it's hard. It's hard to come to the realization that like being in a normal job is like hell for you. I mean, jobs suck in general, but like, man, like working as an engineer, I was just sitting there like, every commute like to work in the morning, I'd be like, God, I hope I get into a car crash and like have to go to the hospital just so I don't have to go to work.
Bro.
And when you start getting those thoughts, that's when it's like, okay, that's a problem. I got to do something.
It's time to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you're legitimately thinking of like worst case scenarios that could be happening.
Yeah, how can I get out of this today?
And it gets you off though. That's the worst part about it.
Yeah, you fantasize about it. You're like, oh man, I could be in a hospital bed right now and nobody could make me work.
Right.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I don't know.
That reminds me. You what?
Oh no, you're fine. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say that reminds me when I was applying to the Verizon job, I was at orientation. I was in there for like 30 minutes, called Moan and said, "This ain't it, Chief." He's like, "Bro, what happened? Like, you in there for 30 minutes?" And they're like, "Ain't it, Chief?" Like you're ready, so I'm gonna hate this.
Sometimes
he's ready to walk out immediately. I'm like, "Bro, what happened? I just got off the phone with you."
What's up?
I was saying, like, yeah, this ain't it.
Yeah, he was not having it.
Dude, I remember in college when I went to like my first like career fair. Oh my God, the anxiety attack I had, man. Like being in that environment, I just realized immediately like this isn't it. This isn't me. I can't do this. This is fake as hell. I hate this. Like,
yeah.
And you have to sell yourself to these people that you don't even know.
And I've never been good at that. And like people who have seen our sad attempts at self-promotion have probably realized that none of us are all that good at that. But like,
yeah, I hated that day.
Yeah, it's not fun. I just want to be able to survive, not even thrive. I just want to survive doing something that A, I know I'm good at, and B, that brings me some kind of fulfillment, you know? Because I really do, like, despite having issues with depression and anxiety, I think I'm able to manage it for the most part. Like, I don't think it's anything that's too terrible. It's just that I know that not being in a good place in my life just makes all that stuff way harder. Because it's already hard to be down on your luck, so to speak, but then add in mental health issues and you just feel like you're digging a deeper hole with no way out. And it's tough.
And every single day you just think about where you've been, and then you can kind of see where it just starts to dip, and then that's where it starts to get bad, because then you keep focusing on when it took that dip, and you just keep remembering and remembering and remembering, and it just makes it worse, and you get angrier.
Yeah, and then you also wonder, like, what other aspects of your life it's affecting too, right? Because, like, I think of, like, opportunities that I just, like, didn't take and couldn't take because I realized, like, I just couldn't handle that right now. I couldn't handle the added responsibility. I couldn't handle the added time that this would entail. Like, it's hard, you know. I think it's good to be honest with yourself and like realize what you can and can't handle in a given moment. But it's tough to go through it. You feel like you're going through life with a huge handicap, you know.
But I also feel like that's, I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, that's kind of also like on the company itself, kind of treating you like awfully too, because it's like, well, sure, they're giving, like, in that also affects an individual's mental health, because it's like, holy crap, like when I was like promoted to senior accountant, I the only thing I was thinking about was, oh my god, I wish I was still a staff accountant.
Yeah,
because like you were saying, they just pile it on and they don't give a fuck about your mental health about it, you know, like that you have. I would be, dude, you guys would know too. I would be like calling you guys at like 11 o'clock at night and be like, yeah, I just got out. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like 11 p.m. And I was there since like 7 a.m.
Yeah, and I remember I would tell you, come through if you need to, my guy. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't care, dude. It's, as long as they're making money at the end of the day and, you know, you got it done, who cares how it happened?
No,
yeah, but it's still rough though when you have to deal with it and do it though.
It's
wrong.
It's just shitty that the companies will think that way.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys, we're human too. We have families. We have things like.
No, that doesn't exist in the company.
Well, I'll tell you what. Some of the I guess the saving grace of getting older and caring less is that, like, I have gotten a lot better at sticking up for myself than I used to be. Because again, especially when you're fresh into your career, you just kind of do what everybody says. You try to be a people pleaser. You're just like, I'm going to do everything for everyone and I'm going to stand out. But then you burn out hard. And nowadays I've gotten a lot better at saying, no, can't do that. Sorry. But even outside of the job thing, like, you know, I've missed opportunities. I think about, like, you know, it's no like coincidence that I'm not even in a relationship right now, because I think about, like, man, I don't know if I'd be able to handle it, because that's a lot of time and responsibility and commitment that, like, I if I'm struggling now, adding additional commitment on top of that, I feel like could be a potential nightmare.
Be even worse.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know. It's hard because, like, you get stuck in a rut, and then you think, like, well, it seems like the ways out of this rut would then make things more difficult, or I'd have to spend more time on doing other stuff, and then, like, it doesn't feel like you've gotten anywhere better.
Really fixing
you're
issue,
somewhere different, maybe, but it's not necessarily better. So
it's no.
I don't know.
It's probably worse.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
it's not. You know, it's hard to be at this point in your life, like, about to enter a new decade, and realize that, like, you're really nowhere different from when you entered the decade. Bless you.
Sorry. Thank you.
Because, you know, I really do. Not to sound like a bummer, but my 20s have kind of been I feel like a waste. Not that I haven't had amazing moments. I definitely have, but as a whole, 29-year-old Mike and fucking 19-year-old Mike might as well be identical for where they are in their life, you know? It's not a great realization. And
just kind of sit there thinking, like, what the hell did I just do for the last 10 years of my life?
Yeah.
Basically.
So I think that's the stuff that really gets to me the most, is that I don't know. I know what I want to do. I feel like I know what I have to do to get there, but I don't feel like it's happening. And it's like, I don't know what to do. You know?
Yeah, it's just like a wall that you're just consistently punching, and you feel like it's gonna break any moment, but you're just wondering why is it not yet?
Yeah,
because the wall is always repairing itself. It's ridiculous. Like,
well,
it's awful.
I'll say this much: I do have, you know, my ninja way, I guess, is that like I think if you have this life, if we have this one life for all we know, you got to spend it doing something that is meaningful to you, whatever that might be, and it doesn't even have to be what you choose for a job or a career, but you got to make the most of it. And I think if you stick to anything and get better and better, you're gonna eventually find yourself in a better place, even if it's not the exact place that you thought you were gonna be, you know, because a little bit of healthy nihilism goes a long way, and the truth of the matter is, in the grand scheme of things, nothing matters all that much. Like, it's easy to get bummed about yourself, like, oh man, you know, I didn't get that promotion, or I didn't this or that, but it's like, meanwhile, the universe is spinning. It's just going, man. Like, it doesn't really matter. You get to make the purpose in your life, and if you can find something that's meaningful to you, just keep working towards it. That doesn't mean you can ignore responsibilities. You might have to get a day job. You might have to do other shit. Like, everybody's got to do that, but just keep hammering away.
Yeah.
It's all you can really do. That's life.
I mean, exactly. That's all you can do, right? I mean,
that's exactly the current situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Life is like, I don't know. It's a blessing, but I also think it's a curse. It's something, man. I don't know what it is, but it's something. I just haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, it's a special thing, and it's a thing I'm very grateful for, even if I don't always enjoy it. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah. True.
I mean, as human beings, I'm just gonna say, as human beings, we do have a pretty good deal. Most things die by getting eaten out there, so
yeah,
you know.
No, it's true. I
lit,
think
being a human.
I'm trying to get eaten too. You know what I mean?
Without getting into a bigger conversation we're not trying to have right now, I think there are things that humanity can do that would make things easier for everybody, and it's upsetting to see us continuously not do those things because of whoever's in power, whoever has the most money or whatever. Like, I feel like there's a lot of things that we could do to make life better for everybody, and that's kind of what I want to see happen in my lifetime. You know, even if I don't get to reap any of the benefits for it, I would love to leave this earth knowing that, like, the people that come after me are gonna have an all right time.
They're on the right track.
Yeah, they're at least set up. Jeez.
They're
set right now.
They did not make it easy for us at all.
Well, it's the same reason that I'm totally for, you know, debt forgiveness for student loans. I paid off my student loans. I will not benefit from that, but I want other people to benefit from it because it's a good thing. And like,
I would love to benefit from that.
Totally,
There's like
totally
a bunch of other like universities out in different countries where it's like, no, we don't make people pay to want to better themselves. What?
Yeah.
Like, like.
Yeah, there's a lot of countries that I think it's just that it's add on to the taxes or whatever you pay.
I kind of want to go there. Because
which, yes, that means like some taxes are going to be higher, which yes, it's going to be side. But like, I'd rather pay a bit more. At least in my opinion, I'd rather pay more in taxes. It's not mean that. I mean, I guess it depends how much more we're going to be paying. But like, taxes are going to happen regardless. I'd rather pay that than have to be in debt over 80 grand.
It's going to be it's income based too. Just remember that too, Danny. Like in those other countries, it's income based. So a portion, maybe not a big portion, but a portion of your taxes gets paid towards that. Right. That's the thing.
And also, just because we're talking about this, I wish people understood tax brackets better. because it's upsetting how little people understand how that works. Because like to the point where they're like, oh well, if I make more money, I'm paying more in taxes. It's like, yes, but you're not gonna take home less money overall. If you go past a certain point in a bracket, you'll pay a bigger percentage on whatever you go past that point,
little portion,
but not the rest of it. So like, you're fine. It's okay. Like I don't know. There's so much misunderstanding in how taxes work and all that stuff, which is another thing that's unfortunate. Is a lot of people just aren't very well informed, and I think better education just across the board for everything would go a long way.
It definitely would. I would definitely. I would love if they like when I was in high school. We had these baller classes. We had economics. They literally taught us how to cook and make shit and survive. And then we had something, I can't remember, it was some sort of business class where they taught us about like taxes and like 401ks and shit, real important stuff. And then the next year it was just gone.
I never had that classes.
It's so stupid because it doesn't have anything to do. They were the best
classes ever.
And you actually gain something and learn something about yourself out of those classes.
That's where I learned how to make omelets.
I don't learn anything about myself from like algebra 2, I'm going to learn something about myself more from like home ec or some sort of musical class,
Don't get me wrong. There's certain things that people are going to gravitate to eventually. Yeah. Those things can be there, but I'm just, as a general board of, it's kind of like for college, you have to take general education courses and shit. Some of those things should be like, how to cook, how to, manage your money, do taxes, shit like that.
Yeah. Like, what's crazy is that I look at like education now as well, and correct, and you guys can interject if you want, but I feel like at this point in our lives would be like a good time for us to have finally finished all of schooling, with all this stuff that's been going on with like technology getting more advanced, and obviously like how you guys mentioned, people have to like figure out their own there's people out there who don't even know how to write a fucking check, guys, and who don't know how to balance their checkbook. That's a necessary. We don't use checkbooks anymore, but still, that's like a necessary skill to understand. Personal finance, that should be like a mandatory thing.
They don't even teach cursive anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, but let's save that for another podcast. Right. That's a whole nother ball game. Sorry, I don't mean to cut in on that, but
just in episode 46, we'll teach you how to do your taxes for less.
But yeah,
I mean, let me know. I'll do your taxes for you guys.
Sorry, you're helping me my taxes this year, so
it's not hard. As long as you do exactly what I tell you, and mail the thing that I gave you, and actually respond to the mails that you get back. You'll be good.
That's why you're gonna help me this year, Akhtar. Love you.
I got you.
But yeah,
as long as there's a bowl of ramen, I don't care.
Easy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
service easy.
Yeah. Well, like we were segueing back to our original topic. But yeah, I just feel like mental health is kind of an important thing, and I just feel like, especially nowadays in this world, I think it's becoming more and more noticeable that like mental health is something that we need to focus on. But I still feel like there are a lot of people out there who are just, they don't want to like acknowledge it. They don't want to like get into it. They don't think it's real, and it is. Well, and I mean,
some people kind of can't, like, in certain communities. Not trying to bring up anything too crazy. Like you kind of take my household, for example. Back in the day, at least, things are different now. I kind of couldn't go up to my father and be like, "Hey, Dad, I'm sad and depressed or whatever." In our community, they're kind of like, "Boy, whatever. You not none of that stuff. Go outside, go play." Just kind of brush it off. Like, so it kind of gets worse as life goes on.
Yeah.
And thankfully now it's getting taken a lot more seriously.
Yeah.
At least
now it is. Thank God.
Well, see, and that's the thing too. Like, if someone's trying to reach out to you and try to talk to you about something, I mean, I'll listen. I mean, so this is my thing, and I'm not trying to like talk about the bad side, but that's the thing. Sometimes a simple conversation can actually help someone out. Sometimes sometimes when people are when they go to people to sometimes vent or something, sometimes they don't want advice. They don't want feedback.
Yeah.
They just want an ear sometimes. They just want to let loose for a moment there. But that's important to be able to recognize that. And that's kind of the point of why I wanted to kind of have this topic on here, because I really, really want people to understand that this is a serious thing, and be more aware of it. Talk to people, have those conversations. I know they're weird and they're awkward, but have those conversations. It's important to, and you will feel better at the end of it. Like you will feel a lot has been lifted off of you.
And that's the only way you're ever gonna
feel sad.
Break down those walls is if you just have the tough conversations, Because
exactly,
nothing gets better or easier by ignoring it.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, well, fuck, man. That's I'll say it right here on this podcast. That's the thing I struggle with the most is actually like to like these guys. They hear all my problems, but honestly, I'm kind of a very closed off individual. I don't really like talking about my ish. It's who I don't know. I've learned to bottle my crap up. Something I'm trying to work on, but you got to be able to. And I'm saying this also to myself, but you got to be able to just talk about it, let it out sometimes, and it's okay. It's okay to feel what you're feeling, and don't feel weird or different or ashamed of it, because it's what you're feeling. Talk about it. That's how it will get better, because maybe it's something that it doesn't have to be like something that you're dealing with. Maybe it's like from a situation or anything. You won't figure it out, and it won't get better unless you talk. Communication is such a huge thing, so big.
That's the biggest thing.
There's a commercial actually about this, and it actually has all of our like lovely YouTube, people on there, like Markiplier, and so a lot of other like bigger people. But Markiplier was the one who obviously stood out to me. But it's literally, the commercial is called "Seize the Awkward," and like they go about like it's not hard to just check up on like one of your friends' mental health. All you gotta do is call them up and be like, hey man, how you doing? That's all it really takes,
Yeah, exactly.
So I just think it was interesting that you brought up mental health, because I literally had run into that commercial like today.
Oh,
so yeah.
No,
it's a really heartfelt thing.
We should note too that we're all incredibly lucky too, because we got a very understanding friend group, and I feel like all of us are totally like down whenever somebody needs to talk or whatever, and that's great. Like I'm very lucky to have you guys for sure.
Same, absolutely same.
And we are lucky to have you.
Stop.
Very lucky. I'd probably die.
Everyone, at the end of the day, you all are very special flowers, and everyone deserves to blossom in the way that they want. You definitely are a weed. Yeah. You got it. Weed be gone. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, be you, be happy with you, and honestly, a lot of ways, this isn't like a huge answer to everything, but at least something like that I'm kind of learning as well, is a lot of self-love, man. A lot of self-love can actually kind of help. Being happy with who you are and accepting who you are and being comfortable in your own skin, it kind of helps a little bit. I don't know.
It 100% helps. And I think it starts by just being kinder and more forgiving with yourself, right? Because everybody wants to just focus on their faults or where they feel like they need improvement, but it's like, but we all have strengths too. We all have things we're great at and things that we're working at, and you just got to be kinder and more forgiving. We're all on this journey together, and we're gonna make it.
Exactly.
It takes time.
Yeah. And for the people at home, if you're watching this like on YouTube and everything, please comment. I want to hear what you guys kind of going through. Like, we're here to talk and listen. Like, this is an open thing for everybody, so this is why, like I said, this podcast episode's a little different, but yeah.
And just while we're on the topic too, if you do feel like you need professional help, like please get it. Like, it's really nothing to be ashamed about, and if a phone call can be the difference between you living your life or just making a bad mistake, like just make the call. Trust me.
Yes, I agree.
People want to help you. You're loved.
Make
and
the call, or you
matter.
can send a text message. They'll respond either one.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave my phone number in the description down below. Hit me up.
Call Mo.
Please do not call him.
Don't call Mo.
Hit me
Don't
up.
ever
I got
call
you.
Mo.
Because if you make a mistake,
Yo, you feeling bad? Feel fucking better. Like, wow, I
Yo,
feel
get
better.
on
He was so
Halo.
mean to me. Yo, get on Halo. I got you. Get my fucking backpack.
Rub some dirt on it, cocksucker. Like, whoa, Mo.
Jeez.
Yeah, so like I said, and there is like a phone number too if you ever do feel like you are kind of going, to the further line. There is a phone number. It's the suicide prevention hotline. You can't
Yeah,
really
it's
see
not
it,
show up.
but the phone number I'll have it in our description as well. But it's 800-273-8255. So if you need to talk to someone, phone call or like Danny said, even a text away.
Yeah, you can text the number too if you don't want to actually physically talk to somebody or just in general.
And there's online services too. There's a lot of
Yeah.
Places you can go if you just need somebody to talk to. So
Yes, there
take advantage
are a
of
lot
it.
of avenues
helpful.
of help out there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
please seek them if need be.
Exactly. Love y'all. Love every single one of you.
Wow.
For sure.
But yeah, I think with that, that's a podcast. You guys got anything else? Yeah.
Let's end it there.
All I have to say is we got a special guest next week on the podcast, so tune in for that. Don't miss it.
Yeah. Seriously, check it out. It's actually gonna be kind of a bigger podcast.
Yeah, well, it'll correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong, but it'll be the last podcast of the year.
Yes.
Right before it'll be like a fun Christmas special right before New
It's
Year's
our
and
season
everything too.
finale.
So. Yeah, I guess it's kind of a season finale. So
Yeah.
Season finale sidebar.
So, because of the holidays,
you guys are you'll be all here. So
yeah, because of the holidays and New Year's, people are going to be in town, so we won't be able to record a podcast for at least another couple weeks afterwards. But yeah, don't miss our season 1 finale of the podcast. I don't know.
hey, don't miss.
I like it. It's great. But yes,
Sir.
thank you so much to everyone who's been supporting and listening. I see you guys. I'm looking at the views all the time. But thank you guys. Thank you if you guys have been listening on any of the platforms. It means a lot to us. We do enjoy doing this. And if there's ever actually topics that you guys want us to talk about, let us know. Like, we have a whole Discord. Come join us in there. You can put suggestions in there. Even comment on the videos themselves or the sound files. I think you can comment on like iTunes and Spotify, right?
Well, I know iTunes you can leave reviews and stuff like that. Which, hey, if you do listen on iTunes and you want to leave a review, that's extremely helpful. So I will definitely encourage you to do that. But most platforms either have a way to comment or review or whatever. So take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And we want to hear from you.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much. And hey, while you're here on the YouTube, why don't you go ahead and take a look at all this other stuff? We got a bunch of other things here. We got like things from skits, we got music, we got let's plays, we got a lot of different goodies. I was recently rewatching Emotionally Stunted. Go check it out. Good video. So
It's so stupid. If you want to see 2 grown men embarrass themselves on a children's park, watch Emotionally Stunted.
you will be emotionally stunted afterwards.
But thank you, everyone. Love y'all. Bar is closed. I'll see you next week at the finale.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Gang.